don't know if you know this about me, but I'm an opinionated person. I have an attitude or a thought on just about everything on the planet. It's just the kind of guy that I am. I've lived my life, I've seen things a certain way, I've had certain experiences, so I've created ideas that are a paradigm in my universe. And you know how difficult it is for somebody like me to stay completely out of political debate and discourse? I made it a point many years ago to not get involved. And the simple reason is because, as far as I'm concerned, there is no debate or discourse in political debate or discourse. It's more about schoolyard antics and arguments, trying to prove that the other side sucks. That's exactly what it is about in today's political environment. It's not about creating policy to make the world a better place. It's not about coming to terms with both sides of the equation and finding something that works that will allow us to move forward. It's about the Republicans suck because they're warmongers. It's about the Democrats suck because they don't want to fight the terrorists. It has absolutely nothing to do with making us as a society, as a community, as a nation, as a world move forward. And that's primarily the reason why I've avoided political discourse and the political discussion for quite a few years. Now, granted, I have made dips into the conversation here and there, but that's simply because it was motivated by my complete and total disgust and loathing for ignorance and stupidity. Active, willful ignorance. I don't have a problem with ignorance in the general sense of not knowing, therefore, once you're educated, you do know. I have a problem with people who actively pursue ignorant thought, that ignore reality to meet their own perspective and keep moving forward. Now, as a human being, we all do this. We all do this. We ignore certain facts in the world around us to best suit the world as we understand it. But even with that reality, even with that fact of how human beings work, still there are certain areas that you cannot, or should not, I should say, pursue willfully. As an example, this whole idea that homosexuals are abhorrent. I've gone off many times about how I cannot stand the religious rights attitude towards the gay community, gay lesbian community, and their ideas that it's okay to pick a particular group of people, regardless of whether or not it's their choice, and hold them up for slaughter. I've never, ever agreed with that, and I never will. Just as I don't believe in racism or any other form of ignorance against one group of people, unless, of course, that group of people is people that are willfully ignorant, in which case I'm being a hypocrite in that sense. And disgusts me, but I'm willing to live with that. Speaking of racism, here's a little known fact. Now, I don't know if you know this or not, and I'm sure that if I were to do a little bit of groundwork and background work, I'd actually be able to provide links. Now, I'm just going to go off what I know from what I've read in the different books and scientific papers that I've gone through, but I'm not going to quote any sources right now, so whether or not you agree with me, it's up to you. But the simple truth is, there is no race on the planet that holds the trademark or has a monopoly on racism. White people are racist, black people are racist, Chinese people are racist, Jewish people are racist, Muslims are racist, even though Muslims is not a race. I understand that. I'm just saying Islamic people are racist. Even though Islam's not a race. You know what I'm saying. The point is, there is no group that holds the trademark or that has a monopoly on racism. The reason why I mention this is because for the last few years of my life, I have been desperately trying to have a particular phrase stricken from the spoken lexicon. That phrase is reverse racism. Why? Because it's fucking stupid. Reverse racism implies that one group has the trademark on racism and that's being turned back on them. Racism is racism is racism. Reverse racism, by the literal translation of that term, would say that you think that race is superior to yours. And even then, it's racism. So please, for the love of all that exists in this universe, stop using the term reverse racism, you stupid, stupid fuck.